Alright, what's up YouTube? This is the second, third time to try and make this video. Something keeps going wrong with the video, but I really want to show you guys, as far as people that are wanting to get into leather work and stuff, how simple it can be if you make it, or if you let it be simple, and you don't overthink stuff. And the key thing is you just don't get frustrated. And I got frustrated a lot, but basically, let me give you a little background real quick. What I did first is I would always buy these holsters. I bought this one for my Glock. It's the Concealment Mini, half Kydex, half leather, whatever. It's about 60 bucks. I love it. Um, but it is 60 bucks, and that's not including shipping or anything like that. The wait time, all that stuff. So what I wanted to do is spend the 60 bucks that I would spend for that on leather stuff and just try and make it, and then that way if it didn't work I could justify buying another one in my mind. But if you guys want to buy one, or if money's not an issue and you're just wanting to get into leather work, I'm going to just give you a beginner's perspective on real quick what I had. I didn't have a lot of stuff. Like a lot of people say, you need, it's a lot of money to get started, and that's true if you know it's something you want to do and you want to get all the proper stuff. But I'm going to tell you guys real quick what I had and what I now have, and just tell you guys, show you guys it's not as expensive as some may think. Okay, let's get started. First of all, I got this stuff. It's just leather scrap. I use 9 ounce. A lot of people say it's overkill, but I like it because it's stiff, and stuff like that. From TandyLeather.com, I think I got a 10-pound bag for $13. And basically, I guess what it is it's just cut-offs of what they don't use, and they bag it up and make money. And a lot of it is usable, depending on how big of stuff you want to do. So I got a 10-pound bag, and I could probably make 2 or 3 more holsters out of the stuff I have, and that's pretty good to me. 2 or 3 holsters for 13 bucks. That's fine. Another thing you need is sharp knives, or a sharp knife, or whatever. I didn't go buy the $180 whatever. This is just a hobby knife set off of Amazon. It's got replacement blades and stuff. This was also $13. I don't know why everything's $13. Another thing you need, if you're not going to sew it together, is these. These are California screws. They're basically like rivets. Let me show you guys real quick the holster I made. It may look familiar. It's almost identical to the Concealment Mini holster. It's got the same hardware and stuff. Got these clips off TandyLeather.com, $2 a piece. The California screws are $6 for, like, I don't know, 50 of them or something like that. And I think it turned out pretty good. That was for a Glock. This is for my Springfield XDM. And like I said, this is the first time I've ever made anything out of leather, and I think it looks pretty good. Yeah, I did copy a design, but that's all I did. As I just used it because I knew I liked the design. That's all. That's the only reason I used that, and it was it was a lot easier than I thought it would be, and it turned out a lot better than I thought it would too. Okay, so let me go through some stuff I had. Okay, I had the knives, the leather. Another thing you'll need is these. They're, I don't know what they are. It's a rotary punch or something like that, and it's got different sizes. I bought a shitty one at first, and it broke within 2 minutes of using it. I think I punched 2 holes, and then it broke, and it would just spin. And so I ended up having to hold it and use a hammer, and just buy the one like this off Tandy Leather. I bought a cheap one somewhere else, I think off Amazon or something. And it broke. Okay, so I had that, had a knife. Let's see what else. Oh, another thing I noticed with the hobby knives is it's really hard to cut straight, especially with that thick leather, and you got to cut several times. So what I did is I went to Home Depot and bought these. They're Fiskars. They're not garden shears. I know they look like that, but they're like a gold color, and they're like galvanized or something. These can cut 18 gauge electrical wire, so I figured they'd work, and they do. They work very good. And the thing that happens with hobby knives is you don't get good cuts. Like this is, I've done a lot of finishing work on the edges and stuff, but what happens is you'll cut it and it'll be at like an angle. Let's see how I can do it. Like an angle like this, or you'll cut too much and it'll like the top of the leather will be like overhanging and it'll be cut at an angle, and it looks bad, and it bends and frays real easy and stuff like that, and it causes you to have to do a lot of other work after you're done. I'm trying not to make this video too long because I know people get bored. Okay, so basically that's all I had was the leather, and I'll just run through it real quick. What you do first, and if you guys like this video or want a more detailed video, just comment or whatever. I'll be more than happy to do it, and I'll do an instructional video if you'd like. But I know I don't like sitting at the computer for 10 minutes watching somebody explain stuff over and over and over and just overkill everything. So I'm trying to make it quick, and if I leave out something, please comment or tell me you want an instructional video or whatever. I'll be more than happy to. And I'm also doing stuff with Kydex, so I may get off into that and make a video or something, but you guys got to tell me you want to see it or else I won't video it. Okay, anyway, what you do first is you get a piece of leather, and I'm sure you can tell this is two different pieces of leather. The back is the easiest part you could possibly ever make. All you do is just cut it out, and I don't even think I went ahead and got it wet just so I could form it a little bit, but that's easy. It's pretty self-explanatory. You cut it out, and the rest is finished work. This part is not very complicated, but it's the most complicated part. So you cut a piece that's obviously bigger than this. It's probably the outside of both of these, from here to the outside of this clip, big, and then you trim it after you're done. So you get it real wet, soaking wet, and this stuff, 9-ounce leather, is really thick. I think it's the thickest you can get. So it takes a long time to dry. So don't get frustrated. And at first it doesn't form good because it's too wet and it doesn't hold shape very good. But just work with it. If you're worried about your gun getting rusted, wrap it in saran wrap or something. It won't mess up the shape. I didn't do that because this gun's plastic and I clean it a lot, and it's a gun. I don't care if I drop it or whatever. You know, it serves its purpose. So what you do is you basically get that, and I have this now. It's like a little shaping tool. I didn't have it when I used it. I just used my fingers and just, you know, you could feel the outline of the gun, and you may have to take this off and see what you're missing and put it back on and rub where you're missing and stuff. But as you can see, it's got a pretty defined shape to it, and that's what you want, because all these dips and divots or whatever you want to call them, that's where you get the retention from for the holster. And don't worry about pushing too hard, and sometimes you'll scar the leather up and just rub it. It comes right out. So anyway, you get that. You know, I'd work with it for about 10 minutes, leave it alone for about 30. This thick stuff takes a while to dry, and I didn't put it outside like people say and let it dry. I just let it dry in my room. I'd go clean the house or something and then come back and work with it. I think total time I have about 3 hours invested in this holster. It's not a whole lot of time, and that's not drying time either. So anyway, basically what you do that, and then you cut the outside or whatever, and you just line them up, and you hold it, to your hip, and you see which angle you want. You can put it whatever angle you want. You know, you can do the 15-degree cant to it, or whatever you want to do, like the FBI or whatever. And that's the cool thing about making a holster, is you can totally customize it. So anyway, it's not very hard. I had it probably about this big, and then I just got kind of like a pencil. It just kind of drew the shape I thought I wanted. I had it extended out here too, on the end of the barrel, and farther back this way. So I trimmed it, obviously, which is what you want to do. You want to start out with a bigger piece than you need. So I trimmed it down, and then the easy part came. You mark this, punch it, you know, and then the other thing you will need is this. This is EcoFlow stain. Just go on tandyleather.com. They have tons of different colors and stuff you can pick from. I got a dark brown, and I like it. It looks good to me. Some people may think it's brown. It looks like beef jerky or some shit like that. I don't know. And then we got this Super Shine or Super Sheen, whatever you call it. I think it just protects the leather. After that, I don't know a whole lot about it. But this video is carrying on a little longer than I thought, and I know a lot of people don't like watching videos that are real long. So, like I said, if you guys like this, like it. If you need to know more, comment. If you want to see another video of either Kydex or leather, just let me know. You know, I'm a beginner too, so we can learn together. Thanks again for watching. I'm sorry this video was too long.